Oh yeah, you gotta love them. I'm being sarcastic here. Yeah, the white leftist stoner and the white leftist stoner that's also a simp. Yeah, soon as Mr. White leftist stoner, yeah, you gotta love them. Soon as they turn 21 and go to the bars, first thing they do, surround ourselves with all the badasses that sell them their drugs. And while they're sucking up to them, sucking up to all the college, all the alcoholic chicks that are also going to college and get stoned once in a while, suck up to them, and plus suck up to all the lower level junkie chicks that go to the bars, the loser bars, because their life revolves around the bar. And not only are they a white leftist, and they're also a simp. The side of this is about the side of them that's also the simp, that goes hand in hand with the leftism and with the every other pseudo-communist theater that we see on YouTube and sometimes the TV news. Absolutely too hilarious to put into words in a lot of cases. Alright, what's up guys? Time for another video, and this was another subject matter very related to and similar to a video I already did, and this is a bunch of shit that really cracks me up, that to actually put words to this, because even if I do pauses in my video, for example, and I'm not laughing right here right now, ha ha ha. If I were to do any pauses in my speech, when you talk about the shit, even on a video or to anybody else, in your mind, you're laughing your ass off, like, or you're rolling on the floor laughing, or you almost want to have you'd be almost laughing like maybe the scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure when Pee-wee Herman was rolling around on the ground laughing at the fat dude who was pitching him to buy his bike or whatever the hell, or something on that order, laughing. And the shit is just so hilarious. Like, the far left is so hilarious, and I criticize the far right too, in certain other matters like this, but how this is like about how damn stupid and ridiculous that I don't know how anybody can take anybody on the far left seriously or acknowledge anything they say, or acknowledge any of them as any part of being, or anywhere near being, authority over you. It's beyond me. I mean, there could be things I'll say about the far left, but there's things that I'll say about the far right, if it's of any consolation to anybody. But then the far left, how the hell can you have a straight face and acknowledge anything or anybody on the far left as any kind of authority over you, unless if you're on some kind of drugs, or you're some kind of alcoholic or some kind of a shit like that, which leads me to, by the way, you know what, sun is just hitting over here after it was just raining. Sun going over here on the side here. I ought to put my sunglasses on. But anyway, yeah, like I mentioned in other videos, how you got the beta male, or the pseudo gangsta beta male. Well, this person I want to talk about too it's another adaptation with a kind of a pseudo gangsta beta male, but their identity. If, say, for example, I like to make this the shit I like to make fun of, because it's like yeah, what they claim in hating the establishment and hating authority is different than some of our ways we hate authority. For example, I don't got to remind you that, for example, their dislike of anybody being a patriot, you must be a patriot. They have a version of patriotism, but they don't call it patriotism. It's more like a communism. Like I said, they don't like patriots and they don't like police, but yet they acknowledge Mr. King of the Streets, or pseudo Mr. King of the Streets drug daddy, as their police, and they regard pseudo Mr. King of the Streets, or drug daddy as their authority. That's a version of patriotism, more like communism, right? And unlike the pseudo gangster, I'd say they're the beta male. They're obedient to Mr. Drug Daddy. That's why we're saying pseudo gangster beta male, the videos. But what I'm going to talk about right now is the other identity that a ballpark. This is very ballpark and it's hilarious to talk about. But aside from their identity is like a beta male or beta male lower a little bit notches below the pseudo gangster, right? Their all other identity their other side identity or side gig, if you will, is that they're a simp. You ever see in the YouTube videos that people make fun of the simps? The simp that always sucks up to women is always below them, right? You know what I mean? And these people have the tendency to be dudes that are also pseudo-feminists or pretend to be feminists. But anyway, this kind of beta male that's always the communist, the stoner, they're the alcoholic, and they're also the simp, which they're a simp as you want to say, they suck up to all the junkie chicks, they suck up to all the alcoholic college chicks. When they go, like I said, they got to make sure they buy their drugs and show off how obedient they are to Mr. Drug Daddy. Unlike the moderate stoner, or your moderate pot smoker that buys pot for medicinal reasons, it's getting legal now, or just the moderate stoner. Some of these guys, give or take, they can be alcoholics, pill heads too, but in their lifestyle, total, hang with every single, they suck up to every ultra leftist mentality, and their ultra leftist mentality, they suck up to every single thing that's ultra leftist, and they suck up to every single pseudo-feminist, pseudo-liberal, and pseudo-leftist chick, every single female. And these females they suck up to, a lot of them are the alcoholic college chicks. That's what's wrong with college. And some of these dudes are in college, some of them ain't. Yeah, you got they always are sucking up to, because after all, they hate every single thing else about the establishment, right? And they also hate their neighbors that have nice houses and nice cars and money, because after all, they're against capitalism, right? So their role as a simp, they suck up to every. Well, don't get me wrong, I got a hilarious logic about the far right simp too, and that's something for later. I can't even talk about this without busting out laughing right now, because you got the pictures going in your head in the other YouTube videos. Some of these dudes, they go to the protests like you had the big ones and some of the vandalism in 2020. Some of them may have pretended like they were involved. You got anybody that's all your talk shows, whether it's the late Rush Limbaugh or any other one to talk about the shit, how bad academia is. These dudes always suck up to the alcoholic college chicks or the pseudo-communist college chicks, and and all the maybe street level stoner chicks or alcoholic chicks in the loser bars. And of course, when they suck up to other dudes, like I said, the pseudo Mr. King of the Streets, or any single person that sells them their drugs, every single pseudo tough guy, black or white, that sells them their drugs, they suck up to them too and show off how well they kiss ass. And so they're ass kissers to the pseudo alpha on the streets, pseudo gangster, the pseudo drug daddy, and they're more than happy to exaggerate and inflate the ones they suck up to on the streets that sell a little bit of drugs, like they're some big time gangsters or drug dealers or somebody that And their attitude is, oh, I won't beat you up if I'm mouthing off to you. I got these gangsters and these people, they're heavy drug dealers, got my back and all that stuff, you know. They're the ones that are also will never fight with you, you know. I mean, matter of fact, if you can lift more than 5 pounds and be too proud of yourself, you know, they might call you, you're probably a patriot and a militant or something, and they'll call you. They'll use the word bootlicker. They'll play the bootlicker card like you're a bootlicker for the establishment, right? But oh, never mind that when you point out that they're a bootlicker for Mr. Drug Daddy, anybody who will sell them their drugs, and they're also the bootlickers. They're also simps as far as sticking up for every single loser chick, whether it's the alcoholic junkie chicks that go to the loser bars, or the alcoholic slash stoner chicks that are still college chicks, which some of them get into politics or advocating the far left in politics, and the kind of people that want to be a major pain in the ass to anybody who is proud of themselves for holding the job and having money and all that stuff. But the mental picture that I'm actually getting here, it's like so hard to talk about because it's so damn funny, and you see some of them on YouTube, you know, spouting their ultra leftist beliefs or whatever. And so one thing, like I said, they suck up to every single pseudo drug daddy, both black or white, or the pseudo drug dealer, the pseudo badass type. They suck up to them as the alpha. Yeah, raise your fist. Don't forget, raise your fist in the air. Or, which also, the translation, you know, is a little bit more than the popular belief. It also means you raise your fist in the air and you're one of these guys that happens to be a simp too. Join in on raising your fist in the air. That it also means, you raising your fist in the air, right? It also means the hell with the police, the hell with your neighbors that have nice cars. Power to Mr. Drug Daddy, King of the Streets, and you can also bet they got their side gig. They're a simp. They suck up to every, even though I was being repetitive about it, suck up to every single college chick and every single pseudo-communist college chick, pseudo-leftist college chick, every single one on the street, that every single junkie chick that goes to the loser bar, you know. Yeah, if they think it's going to get them some nookie somehow, you know what I mean? And it doesn't just suck up to every single thing that, in their eyes, hates the establishment. Their way of hating authority is way different than some of the rest of us, you know what I mean? But if you got this far in this video, there are also some of them that they think they're so damn cute or whatever, the cute boy or the simp boy. You got these chicks that are compelled to give them things. I read about a version of this shit in a book called The BS Syndrome. But like I said, that book ought to be updated. The author of that book should have updated the video, you know. Or the book, excuse me. They should have updated the book. The author of the book, The BS Syndrome, that I read is more like saying, you know, Mr. Irresistible golf pro or tennis pro. And he didn't use the word simp, but God's gift to women, they think he's cute and wants to, people compelled to give him things, you know, and stuff like that. Well, what I'm talking about is an adaptation of that, you know. These people are different levels. Yeah, they're known to date. A lot of the ones that they be dating is like college chicks or yuppie chicks who also go to college and they're also alcoholics, you know what I mean? But yeah, but they'll go, yeah, like I said, they'll date the college chicks, the yuppie chicks that are in college, but they'll also suck up to the junkie chicks on the lower level. I mean, they basically side with every lowlife down there, but they suck up to every single trust fund or college chick, you know, on a higher level, yuppie chick, which these yuppie chicks also coddle every single lowlife chick, every single lowlife dude. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's so damn many of them out there. You know what I mean? These people, what I should have said in this video, you should have been focusing on more